We got a little special treat for people today because when we were at FinCon, you came up with the idea for a man on the street snippet. What does that mean?
Yeah, well, you didn't hire me to do this podcast for nothing, right? I got some great ideas over here. But I love the idea of taking advantage of smart people in the personal finance space. And we happen to be at this conference, FinCon, that was in Atlanta, Georgia. So I wanted to ask the question, what is your best tip for late starters on the path to financial independence? So we couldn't bring our Facebook group and our listeners to FinCon, so we're bringing FinCon to them. We've got some of the smartest people about finances, and we chatted with them on the street.
Yeah, we were having a meetup at Gibney's Pub, and we dragged some participants there outside, literally onto the street with traffic and sirens, and asked them the question we're going to ask everybody and ask you, what's your best tip for late starters? Tune in.
Hey, I am Jacky Cummings-Koski, co-host of Catching Up the Fi, and we are on the streets of Atlanta. And we got a big question for our attendees at FinCon 2024, and that is, what is your best tip for late starters? And we are on the streets of Atlanta, Georgia, at Gibney's Pub. I got with me
Gwen Merz.
Yeah, Gwen, we want to know, what is your best tip for late starters?
Best tip is every little bit helps, and practice makes progress.
Just start. I mean, here's the bottom line. When's the best planted one of these trees, right? 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Next best is today.
It's today. Okay.
So if you haven't started, you got to start. And if you started, then just give a little bit more. If you're doing 1% or 2%, make it 3 or 4%.
Yeah.
Every year, steps.
Well, and who's giving us that great advice?
Who?
Rocky, right?
Rocky.
And Rocky, you are attending FinCon 2024?
I am.
All right, with me is
Fritz Gilbert, the Retirement Manifesto.
Yay. Now, Fritz, what is your best tip for late starters?
Best tip on the spot, no prep at all. So I'm just going to hit this. I wrote a story about a lady and her husband who were 54 years old and saved nothing for retirement. And they retired at 65. In 11 years, they had zero saved. They did two things. So this is about, I'm giving you two tips. They increased their revenue. She got a promotion at work. He quit his job and got a better job. So they focused on increasing their income. And they cut the heck out of their spending because they knew they were in trouble and they had to do something, and they had to do it aggressively. They got out,
Wow.
Nice, comfortable retirement in 11 years.
Oh my gosh. So I knew I asked the right person. Fritz, are you enjoying FinCon 2024?
That's great. And you know, it's been so great. Give me all this over the money.
We're going to have some time in these pubs. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll buy you a drink. I have here with me
Heather Phillips.
Heather. Give me your best tip for late starters.
So for late starters, get a hold of your money. Start tracking your cash flow, tracking your expenses, tracking your income. The best way to do that is to use Tiller. Tiller is an awesome personal finance tool that's going to help you revolutionize your budget in a spreadsheet. It's going to make it super easy to track all those expenses and get on top of your money your way.
Yay, we have got the greatest people here at FinCon. I'm going to be using Tiller after this. So stay tuned.
Yes, awesome.
Hey guys, Catching Up the Fi. I'm Bill Young, man on the street today at FinCon in Atlanta at Gibney's Pub with the Diania. She's the founder of Economy Conference that we love. Jacky and I have been going there for 4 years, 5 years straight, whatever it is. And we want to know from you, Diana, what's your tip for late starters today?
Okay, so I think with late starters, what I see the most is this kind of sense of shame and embarrassment that, oh, I messed things up and I didn't do what I should have done when I was younger. And I think that negativity really holds you back. And I think there's a lot of fear around money. If you can let your curiosity be bigger than your fear and to forgive yourself for the past stuff, because here's the best thing about money that you need to know. Money is the only thing in life that you can completely screw up and be totally fine, right? You can't say that about your health. You can't say that about your relationships. It is so figure outable, but you have to believe that it's possible. So I think it really is an attitude shift and letting go of the negativity and forgiving yourself for whatever your perceived mistakes are.
You are hired. She is our inspirational coach here. I got Skyler with me from his podcast, Money Talks with Skyler, and he's got a tip for late starters.
Yes, I'm Skyler from Money Talk with Skyler Fleming. My tip for late starters is just start that conversation. Ask someone. You know, There's so many people around you that know about FIRE and financial independence, and everyone is willing to have a conversation. So find that question that's going to get you to the next step and just start a conversation.
I love it. Thank you for being on Catching Up to FI. And we're talking with Sean Mullaney, the FI tax guy. He's been on the show 2 or 3 times already. I don't even know how many. But Sean, do you have a tip for late starters today?
One tip for late starters, as much as possible, traditional 401k accounts. Those things will be gold in your retirement. Get the tax deduction now and catch up to FI.
Thank you, Sean. And I'm the man on the street today in Atlanta, the gritty streets of Atlanta, where you can smell the pool, you can smell the beer. And guess what? We have Doug Nordman here with us today to give us the latest tip on what it's like to be a late starter and what we need to do.
It's really fairly straightforward. You're going to start wherever you are. It works whether you're in your 40s, your 50s, your 30s, or even your 20s. Start where you are. The first thing you're going to do is track your spending. That's all you're going to do is watch where the money goes, make sure you record it, whether it's on a piece of paper, on your phone, on a spreadsheet, or using commercial software. Once you've tracked where the money goes for a few months, the next step is looking at it from your new perspective. Where did the money go? Now you know. And from there on, you simply cut out the waste. This is not like a diet. It's not like going to the gym 6 times a week to work out. This is just taking a look at the spending and making sure it lines up with the things that you value in your life. After that, you're going to start investing because you've already created more cash flow.
All right. Well, Doug, you just gave us the nitty gritty on how to do it. But in reality, if you go to Hawaii, the thing you can learn from Doug is what?
Well, surfing. That's a lifestyle question. That's what do you do all day?
No, but if we'll hook you up with surf lessons from Doug when you're 5 and you go to Hawaii for your big vacation.
Absolutely. And that's the whole point of surfing and learning to surf is to understand what you're going to do as you reach your financial.
It's not all about money, is it, Doug?
No, it's about lifestyle. The money certainly helps, but surf wax is cheap.
All right. Well, thanks, Doug, for being with us
Well,
on
thank you, Bill.
Man
I
on the
appreciate
Street.
being
Catching
able
Up to FI.
All right.
I have with me Larry. Larry, tell us a little bit about what you do and your best tip for late starters.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks. So I'm Larry Tuch, right out of Tampa, Florida, and I am founder of the Abundant Wallet. And I was a late starter too. I was 18 years paycheck to paycheck. Didn't start actually my financial journey until I was 42. So my best tip, I would say, is to change your mindset, because a lot of things center around mindset. So as long as you're working towards financial freedom, you want your money to work for you twice as hard, and you don't want to keep trading time for money. You want to find those investments where you can make passive income or semi-passive income. It's all about income producing assets.
We are on the streets of Atlanta, Georgia. You can hear all the sirens and everything. And tonight I have with me
Christina Cardoza.
And Christina, what is your brand? And tell us what you do.
Yes. So my brand is called Run the Numbers. I'm actually, by trade, I am a math educator. So I'm all about running the numbers as a math educator. And I'm also a family financial literacy educator where I educate parents and kids and teachers on financial literacy education.
Can I just give you a hug? I absolutely love what you do. We are sisters from another mother. So we cater to late starters. I was a late starter. My co-host Bill was a late starter. Can you give us your best tip for late starters?
Yes. So I think that people, they get intimidated by the amount of money that they need to have if they're starting late. So I would say the best tip is that it is never too late to start investing, that you can't save your way to wealth. You got to get started on investing. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can turn things around and you can still retire early.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, Christina is amazing. Thank you so much, Christina. And I say that all the time. You cannot, let's say it together. You cannot save your way to wealth. You have to invest. You are awesome. So we have two lovely ladies here. We have Avanti and we've got Aseefa. That is a gorgeous name. So tell me about you guys' brand and give me your best tip for late starters. We'll start with you.
Okay. So I'm Avanti. I'm a financial advisor based in Maryland. So my best tip is that focus on investing, but also remember Uncle Sam wants you to save on taxes. So don't forget to implement those tax saving strategies that are available in the IRS tax code.
Awesome. And what is your best tip?
I'm BalancedCheckbook on Instagram and BalancedCheckbook.com. I would say my best tip is to figure out what your goals are and create a plan and stick to it. Like that's the easiest, most like logical way to like get to your end goal.
Okay. Awesome. These are our willing participants here from FinCon 2024. And ladies, we all are out there trying to educate people about their personal finances. So let's give each other a group hug. Tonight we've got
Marve Morrow.
And what do you do, Marve? And what is your best tip for late starters?
So, Empower Investments. We are a real estate investment firm. And my best tip for late starters would be just to start. You may not know where to start, you may not know how to start, but just get curious, start finding out, what you do know, and just go from there. Because once you start, you'll start seeing the snowball effect happen. And once you continue to just listen and, find more podcasts, find more books, the more that you do, the more that you read, the more you get ingrained in it, then that'll give you motivations to continue.
All right, Jacky.
Hey there, we are
We are here on the streets of Atlanta. We got the gritty noise from the downtown Atlanta, right down from FinCon 2024. And Bill, this is our first time as being co-host of Catching Up to FI, and we're so excited. We've met the most amazing content creators, but you know what? We got a special gift basket for one of our lucky listeners. We've been capturing off t-shirts, we got hats, we got everything. We're gonna give it away to some of our audience, but more than anything, it helps us bring you better content. So what do you think about the conference so far, Bill?
We'll collect our swag for you guys, but we're hanging out here today at Gibney's Pub with the Catching Up to FI meetup and FinCon attendees. This has been so much fun. Jacky, we even got to do a presentation at FinCon.
Yeah, the breakout today was pretty amazing. We talked about our show. We talked about FIRE, Financial Independence, Retire Early. And we got content creators talking. What is their niche and things like that. But Bill, we got to get back in there and get some beers. But this has been amazing, right?
Oh, yeah. One more beer.
Yeah, one more beer.
Just one more.